The COVID-19 pandemic, the virus that's somehow been to more parts of America than Guy Fieri. Back in March, when we first realized how serious it was, a lot of people were like, damn, this might not be over until like the summer. Well, summer's here, and it turns out Corona might just be getting started.
Across the country, states are shattering coronavirus records with nearly 35,000 cases yesterday in the U.S., the highest one-day total in 2 months. Today in Florida, a record 5,500 new cases, while California has seen a 29% jump in hospitalizations in just 2 weeks. And in Texas, the governor sounding the alarm.
Houston's Texas Medical Center reports 97% of the area's current ICU beds are filled. Nearly 3 out of 10 with COVID patients.
Texas Children's Hospital is admitting adults to free up beds for COVID patients.
Oh, Lord, it's happening again. Just as New York's numbers started going down, the rest of the country is seeing an explosion in cases and hospitalizations. In fact, in places like Houston, Texas, it is getting so bad that they're even sending adults to the children's hospital, which is awful. These people are seriously sick. They should not be at a hospital where all the doctors are children. What? That's not what a children's hospital... Oh. And I'm not shocked this is happening. I mean, because let's be honest, much of America has treated the coronavirus the same way we treat our bodies in the winter. Yeah? We're always like, yeah, I know it's not looking good right now, but when the summer comes, I promise you everything's going to be in shape. And then the summer came and things were still not looking good. And people are like, yeah, screw it. I'm still going to the beach. So coronavirus records are being broken every day across America. In fact, right now, basically the only place where cases are actually declining is in the original epicenter of the outbreak in the Northeast, which is why New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut just announced that anyone who is entering the state will have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Now, that's going to be almost impossible to actually enforce. But the good news is, it already takes 2 weeks just to get through the Lincoln Tunnel into New York, so it kind of takes care of itself. In fact, things are looking so bad for the US that Europe is considering a ban of all US citizens until they can figure out what the hell is going on. And I see where Europe is coming from, because we can't deny that the United States is doing a particularly bad job compared to other countries. I mean, look at this chart, right? Cases in all those other places are going down, while America went down for a little bit and then shot back up. So I guess congratulations on flattening the curve. The question is though, why is the US doing so badly? Well, while many Americans are wearing masks and socially distancing and following the advice of health experts, one thing you cannot overlook is that there are also many other Americans who are just really, well, you know, you judge for yourself.
At a commissioners' meeting in Florida's Palm Beach County, anger erupted after a unanimous vote to make masks mandatory. This turned downright ugly. Here was the scene.
And ma'am, as a doctor, I really have many question marks about your degrees and what you really know. And I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't think that you are worthy of your credentials. And I would ask suggestively that you go back to school and get educated.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people. And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested for crimes against humanity. 6 feet, like I said before, is military protocol. You're trying to get the people to train them so when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We got to get scanned. We got to get temperatured.
Yes, it appears America isn't just dealing with a deadly strain of coronavirus. It's also dealing with a deadly strain of stupidity. If wearing masks killed people, there would be no doctors, no dentists, and no hockey goalies. Every hockey game would end with a score of 1,000 to 980. Why are we even arguing with these idiots? And this just shows you how destructive social media has been. I mean, you have random people berating qualified health professionals because of some conspiracy theory that they probably came across on their Facebook feed. You can't trust Facebook for medical advice. It isn't run by a doctor. It isn't even run by a human. And this is why everyone should stick to Instagram. the worst thing you'll end up doing is getting a butt lift and buying lots of plants. I mean, sure, your body will be out of proportion and your home will look like a forest, but at least you'll still believe in science. I mean, do these people listen to themselves? Just think for a moment. You guys think every government and every health expert around the world is involved in some giant conspiracy to oppress everyone on Earth? But they don't have the power to block that one video on YouTube that exposes the real truth. With this fake health crisis, we will enslave all of humanity. But what about those YouTube videos? Oh. Does anyone know how to code? Now, look, having people who believe crazy conspiracy theories and ignore facts, that's nothing new. What is new is that now one of those people lives in the White House.
Did anybody see my speech the other night on Saturday night? Yeah. So, what I said the other night, there's never been anything where they have so many names. I could give you 19 or 20 names for that, right? It's got all different names. Wuhan. Wuhan was catching on. Coronavirus, right? Kung flu, yeah. Kung flu. COVID, COVID-19, COVID. I say, what's the 19? COVID-19, some people can't explain what the 19. Give me the COVID-19. I said, that's an odd name.
Yes. How will we ever know why the disease discovered in 2019 has 19 in its name? It's probably the same idiots who came up with the name Madden 20. I mean, there's way more than 20 football players. It makes no sense. So on the one hand, we have scientists searching for a vaccine, sequencing genomes, and generally busting their ass on an unprecedented effort to understand and defeat this pandemic. On the other hand, we're 6 months into this thing, and the guy in charge of the response is still trying to figure out the name of the virus. Give me 2 more months, guys. I think I can crack it. I think the 1 and the 9 goes together. It makes 10 times 2 is 2020. That's what's happening now. I guess what I'm trying to say is you might want to upgrade to Zoom Premium because we're going to be talking in those little boxes for a while. Well, that's our show for today. Now, as you may know, June is Pride Month. And right now, we want to highlight charities that are making a difference for LGBTQ people of color. Associations like the National Black Justice Coalition, which advocates for federal policies that fight against racism and homophobia. If you'd like to help them and you'd like to join in, then please donate whatever you can. And if you'd like to help specifically in New York, well then what you can do is donate to the Audre Lorde Project. What they do is help LGBTQ communities of color fight for their rights to organize for change.